Going to learn how to factorize a expression. So we've already done expanding in the previous lessons. Expanding means getting rid of the brackets and writing your expression without them. Factorizing is the opposite. That's starting with something without brackets and putting the brackets back in. And really what we need to be looking at is looking at our two or more terms and trying to find out what are the common factors in both terms. So let's look at some examples. Well, the first one, example 1, 6x plus 18. You need to think, what factors do 6x and 18 have in common? Well, both of them can be divided by quite a couple of numbers. They can both be divided by 2. They can both be divided by 3. And they can both be divided by 6. Now, we want to always pick the biggest factor of both of them, so we are going to concentrate on the 6. Now, we can divide them both by 6, so imagine writing it in with the brackets there, and the 6, that highest common factor, is going to go outside. Now, talk it through with yourself. What do I times 6 by to make that original 6x? Well, obviously, I times it by x. What is it that I times 6 by to make that 18? Well, I must have times it by 3. So the answer is 6 bracket x plus 3. In example 2, both of the terms in the expression can be divided through by 9. So 9 is the highest common factor. So we're going to write 9 there. Now, if I imagined multiplying 9 by something to make 18x, well, that something must have been a 2 to make the 18 and an x to make, well, the x. What must I multiply 9 by to get minus 27? Minus 3. So the answer to this one is 9 bracket 2x minus 3. In the third example, there are 3 different terms. Well, it doesn't matter. We can do this in exactly the same way. 10x, 15y, and minus 5 can all have a common factor of 5. So we'll start off by writing the 5 there. 5 at the front, and then we ask ourselves again, what is it that I times 5 by to make 10x? Well, 5 times 2 makes the 10, and x there, of course, as well. What do I times 5 by to make 15y? Well, 5 times 3 makes the 15, and of course that y there. And what is it that I times 5 by to get minus 5? Of course, it's just minus 1. So that's our answer for that question as well. Final questions. Now, as well as taking out a factor of a number, it could be that you have to take out a factor of a letter. Now, if you think about x squared and 5x, well, they both have an x in common. So rather than taking out a number, we could start off by writing that down. So again, ask yourself, what is it that you times x by to make x squared? Well, x times x is x squared, and x times 5 is 5x. So our final answer is x bracket x plus 5. In the second example, example 5, we've got a y common to both of those terms. So what do I times y by to make 3y squared? Of course, 3y. What do I times y by to make minus y? Minus 1. So the answer is y bracket 3y minus 1. In the final example, we have both letters and numbers in common to both. So 4 and 6 are both divisible by 2, and x squared and x are both divisible by x. So we can take out 2 things, a 2 and an x. So 2x multiplied by 2x makes 4x squared, and 2x multiplied by minus 3 makes minus 6x. So the answer is 2x bracket 2x minus 3. That's all you need to be able to access the next exercise. Good luck.